YouTube, how we doing? Pass the prop back here yet again. We're here talking some basketball. We got college and NBA going. I already telling Stu this morning. I already got some plays going for some college this morning. So it's a long day of action. These are the conference tournament weekend. So join as always, Stu. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Yeah, last time we were on Wednesday, you got me right with that. What Bellarmine, is that what it was that was going on during the day? So saw that cash. So happy to see that. Hopefully, you got anything else going right now? Like anything I can bet right now? Or
yeah,
put
I
you on the spot.
the funny part is we came on here and I was telling you about to take them. I actually faded them this morning.
Okay.
I have Central Arkansas to win that
Okay.
conference tournament. I do really like them as a team. And I have their team total, I think 81.5. So I'm hoping that starts moving a little bit here. They're at 74 with like 7 minutes left. So hopefully we can get there. This is a slower second half than I would like to see. But I got screwed on that high point first half. But so we have Central Arkansas and I got Belmont going right now. So Belmont I also took to win their conference, or win their conference tournament. And I believe that was like plus 200. I think they were one of the ones I actually sent out officially as a play there. So hopefully they can continue. They're in the OVC. They're a very good team. So they're a team that I would love to have like a Belmont, Arkansas, or a Belmont Bama. Like that might be a 190 total, like legitimately.
Hey, that's what I'm rooting for. We just got to get, for these non-famous teams, we just got to get as many fun teams in March as possible. I want chaotic matchups. As someone that does not know college basketball and will be watching all of this March Madness stuff, just give me the most chaotic matchups possible.
Yeah, we'll have to do a bracket. I don't know how we do it. We'll have to figure it out. We'll have to do a bracket for watchers of the show and try to figure out how we could do that, because obviously I'm assuming everybody's going to be doing them. Everybody's going to have a bracket, but we'll have to figure out how that would all go. But I definitely feel like we have enough people in here that watch enough to be able to put up a bracket that would compete a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I love making a bracket every year. I'm always in some I donate some money, to here and there so other people can win. I'm not going to win, but I did win when I was in I want to say 10th grade or something like that. It was the Virginia year. Okay. And so that was sick. That was a big win for me. I was very happy, but also probably got a little lucky with a team close to my area doing well, probably not a coincidence there, but either way, I'm always game for March Madness, even though, like I said, I've actually followed more this year than I have any other year just because of your bets and seen it on TV more, and the NBA not being on TV pretty much on Amazon Prime and all that bullshit now. So I do have it just in the background a little bit more than usual.
Yeah, I think it's funny because the way you brought that up is kind of the way I did too, because I had my best year the year the Badgers actually beat Kentucky. That year where they beat Anthony Davis with Decker and Kaminsky was my most profitable year, because obviously no one I obviously wasn't betting or anything at this point. I mean, I was still in high school, but that's what I'm saying. Those are the types of years where it's okay, you take your team further when you're in high school. No one took them to beat Kentucky. They were plus 12 underdog. They were 12-point dogs in that game, and they ended up beating Anthony Davis and fucking loaded ass Kentucky. So, yeah. So I'm waiting for. I don't know if you've seen that account for college basketball. They said that that guy rocks. I saw a Decker one.
Yeah.
Ron Baker from Wichita State. The guy I'm waiting for them to put Orlando Tucker. Waiting for them to put a little Orlando Tucker, put some respect on that name. Old-time Badgers. That's sucked in the league. I'm pretty sure he played for the Suns for a year and a half. But hey, doesn't matter. He had a lot of good years with the Badgers, and hopefully we can keep making money, and the Badgers can win a couple games in the tournament here.
Hey, I'm rooting for it, man. I'm rooting for it. I really don't have, outside of Michigan State, I don't have much allegiance, and West Virginia as well. But I don't know how good West Virginia is. But I know they with Huggy back in the day, they were always fighting. I enjoyed those teams, no matter what the hell that guy was doing off the field. I mean, he was a dog, and he created a bunch of dogs. So, and it was still funny. You'd have short point guards that were hustling their ass off, and then you'd have like three dudes that looked like you pulled them off like a mountain somewhere with just full beards. They look like 33, and you're just like, this is like the sickest team ever. They're playing full court defense every single day. It's like, man, I miss those teams. That was fun to watch.
Yeah, dude, they don't make them like that much anymore, because everybody leaves right away. And
yeah. That would be the worst strategy in NIL, like making these guys work. They'd be like, fuck you.
Yeah, let's keep this thing rolling, dude. I'm actually getting kind of nervous because Jesus Christ. Luckily for me, I took Belmont team total, and I didn't take them to cover because my God, dude, I think Drake's shooting like 60-something% from three. That's fucking absurd. This team is not good. So, luckily for me, it's going to keep pushing these numbers up. Hopefully, that means Belmont's going to need to freaking score. Right now, I'm looking. Right now, they are 62% from the field. Yeah, that's not going to fucking happen. So, let's get to a quick recap from our last show. I'll start with you in the NBA.
Yeah, he didn't play. So.
Oh, he completely okay. So he sat out.
Yeah, it was a void. And then Taylor Hendricks, my backup, he also didn't play. So it was Omax Prosper who absolutely balled out. But same logic. Like Omax had a great game, went over his points and everything. But unfortunately just got hit with the injury bug here, which is like, why are you even making this guy like available to play over and over again if you're just not going to? At least just say, oh, yeah, the ankle still hurts or whatever. Like, don't do that bullshit where like, oh, he's going to play. He's going to play. Oh, never mind. We changed our mind. Like, who are you fooling? You're not beating anyone anyway. But yeah, just avoid, got your money back. No harm, no foul.
Yeah, I had I don't know if you watched this one, but this one might have been one of the craziest wins I've had in a long time. I'm pretty sure it was a 62-point first half. Horrible first half. And I'm like, okay, I just stopped watching, right? So we turned it on at our facility when we're like, we're doing like workout classes. We'll throw it on in the background or whatever when we're like running workouts and stuff. And I look and it's like 140 with like 2 minutes left. I'm like, damn, they actually got this close. Because I obviously took the second half over because I'm like, okay, this is going to speed up a little bit. There's the number one scorer for Oakland, and they lost. They should not have lost. I actually wanted Oakland to win. I think that they were a good team, but definitely helps out my Robert Morris bet for the conference championship. But they had this dude pulling from like 33 feet and hitting everything with like 2 minutes left just to keep it within like 4 points, just close enough. Kept fouling. Ended up at like 170, bro. And it was like 138 with like 2.5 minutes left. And I'm like, it was one of those where it's just like, you don't believe it unless you're watching it. And it was absurd. Absolutely absurd. I believe his last name is Robinson. I know his last game, but hey, shout out to you, man, for catching those. I had an under yesterday, which I don't do much. Took a team total under yesterday, going against Oral Roberts. They are not the same Oral Roberts as the 4 guys who suck and Max Asmus, who can score 35 a game. This is not that team. They are not that good. So I had an under that was sweaty because I don't do those very often. But yeah, we finally starting to get back in that roll column, and we're starting to feel a little bit better. Getting closer to March, a couple wins in a row, stack them up. I know you're on a little heater too as well, which is always good when we're like heating up at the same time, and it makes it a little more fun.
Yeah, no, NBA has been treating me well. It's same thing. Everyone like kind of crashes out about the NBA sucking and look at all these teams, they're so bad and they're tanking. And it's like, once you just embrace it, and you're like, yeah, that's just what it is right now. Like there's money to be made, there's opportunities. So yeah, just going to keep grinding it out and hopefully getting you guys some more winners on here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I believe with updated numbers, obviously with a push, it didn't really change NBA. We're still at 4.75, 5-4 at 0.1. We like to see green on both, and hopefully we can continue these. Yeah, we will get to that. Tom, I see that you're bringing that up in there. We'll talk about that as well. I'll start out with you, Stu. We have a pretty nice Slate, obviously, I am not betting NBA much, so I will let you take it away. I'm keeping up, but not obviously as close as you. We got a lot of back-to-backs, which kind of suck. I think like 6 teams.
A ton.
Spurs, Lakers, Pelicans, Knicks, Nuggets, or not Knicks. I don't think Knicks. Nuggets, Heat. I think all of them played yesterday.
Yeah, I don't remember the Heat. I never bet them, but yeah, it's insane. It's insane. And those games were good. I was watching. I like to watch the bad teams a lot, but I was watching both the hyped up games yesterday, and that Lakers Nuggets game at night was awesome.
I watched that one. It was on Prime, and I actually have Prime.
Yep. Even LeBron's passing at the end before he got injured. Like he found Jackson Hayes on a couple really nice plays. I was like, it's good to see LeBron out there hooping. Like, he gets some shit obviously, but at his age, like the stuff he's doing out there, very fun. And man, Luka has got to be the least fun player to watch in the league. I mean, that guy complains, whines, like, oh my gosh. I know he's good, don't get me wrong, but I see why everyone kind of gets mad at him because I mean, it's not that enjoyable as a fan, when you just have like your hands up and like kind of a pouty face, like half the time. It's like, you're supposed to be one of the faces of the league, no one else is really doing that. But either way, very entertaining game. Jokic was making everything, dude. I had under 29.5 points for Jokic, and it was looking so easy at first. Only 10 points in the first half. Dude, he made every shot in the fourth quarter. But they triple teamed him. They sent the house at him. And luckily he did end up staying under. But yeah, that was a fun game. And definitely Denver getting back to full strength a little bit with Aaron Gordon coming back today on a minutes limit. And then hopefully Peyton Watson pretty soon as well. Yeah, because both those guys are very missed on the defensive side of the ball. So that was a banger. A good late night hammer.
I was going to say, that defense is bad, bro. That Denver defense is fucking bad. The fact that I'm watching a game and, like, I know Rui made some open shots. That dude's a fucking turnover, bro. That dude fucking –
cooking, man.
Dude, whenever he dribbles, something bad happens. I'm like, just fucking sit in the corner and don't move.
That's what he normally does, though.
I know, but yesterday it didn't work because they had what's-his-face get hurt? DeAndre Ayton, right? Ayton went out in, like, the first quarter. So, like, he had to play more minutes, and then we actually had to see him do a little bit more. And, yeah, he made some shots. He made the threes. I'm watching this dude dribble. It's a fucking turnover, and then you put Jamal Murray in transition. It's like, fucking don't dribble. Like, J.J. Redick should tell this dude, if you dribble, you're off the fucking court.
He had
it's a fucking turnover every time.
16 points, 1 turnover last night. Rui was good last night. They needed it.
But it was there was 2 fast breaks, and I'm watching this game. I was watching too, where it's like, he'll throw. They might have given it to the guy who caught it, but it was just a shit pass. Just fucking get the ball out of your hands. Like, don't dribble the fucking ball, bro.
Yeah, no, I was enjoying though. He hit that nice pull up midi when they left him open. Had some nice threes. I mean, he has such a clean game. But I agree, it's very like scaled down. You don't want him touching the ball too much, and when you do, it's either a shot or an immediate pass, or the pull up midi kind of thing as well. But yeah, no, I always enjoy seeing Rui out there playing good ball. But yeah. The Lakers are just a shit show, man. And actually, the Lakers are so bad that I even considered betting Jackson Hayes today. Because he's just like good, bro. He did. That was probably one of his better games I've seen from him in a little bit. Like, he looked motivated, good on both sides of the floor. Don't hate Jackson Hayes, 10 points. It's not my play today or anything, but I was.
Yeah, bro. Fuck. He was just going crazy, bro. That dude was going crazy. And the same thing, too. It was just Luka coming around in the throw up and then getting everything there. So, I watched that game as well, but Marcus Smart hitting shots too, like more than out. Like, I'm like, dude, don't you think this is probably shooting too much? Like, fuck, dude, this dude's shooting the ball fucking almost every time he touches it. Like, I also got to give because I know people were gonna talk shit, and I saw it was on Sports Center this morning where they're talking about LeBron again is like flopping his shit. If anybody's ever hit their funny bone, bro, that shit sucks, and that's what happened. Because I'm watching it, and they're like, well, he landed on this arm. Why is he holding the other arm? Because his fucking elbow hit the goddamn camera, bro. Yeah. Like, that right on the funny, and you could see it right away. He's like, dude. Like, I'm like, dude, I've had that happen a couple times when I was playing football, and my entire hand went numb. So, like, I couldn't carry the ball in my right hand. So I'm like, fuck, now I got to carry it in my left hand for, like, a whole entire drive because I can't feel my fingers. So I had to get that out there, like put a little defense on because I know everybody's gonna be talking shit because he like landed on his side, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was on the left side, but then he comes across and his elbow hit the camera. I'm like, dude, you know that dude smashed that funny bone. And he's like carrying his arm like this. I'm like, dude, I know exactly what that dude is feeling right now. It's just all these people must never have played a sport before because you hit your funny bone. That sucks.
And you can mentally envision it too, like you said, that feeling when it just goes numb and you're like, oh fuck. Like, no, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, he came back too. He
right away, right after he got feeling back, probably. But I had to put that out there because I know, and they were talking about it this morning. Like he was only out for 3 minutes. Look, I'm like, well, I'm just like, please, just stop talking, bro. I also gotta say, Stephen A, get off the fucking screen, bro. I'm seeing you on my Twitter now for chirping the Pelicans a full franchise, bro. This is what happens. You give a guy too much goddamn money, man. That thinks that he's more important than a fucking NBA franchise. You're a fucking bum, bro. Like you're a bum. I don't know what the fuck we're doing here, but it's I blame ESPN. They're just a fucking mess, dude. Hopefully it gets shut down soon.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He has the whole like beef with like Zion too or whatever. It's just like very extra. Like Zion's been good this year. Like he's playing back to backs, suiting up all the time. Like I don't know why we're hating, you know.
Yeah, you could have done it when he was fat Zion and he just like decided he didn't give a fuck. And now he's like, okay, well, now he's actually not bad. He's been playing good basketball. So let's get to talking some games. Obviously, I know we talked a little bit about the back-to-backs and everything today. I know we kind of a little bit talked about Denver. You want to talk about that game before we get into your bet in that game?
What, the Denver Knicks game?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's what, 1 point? It's like a 1 point spread in Denver in altitude.
Yeah, it's just scary when you play like a high intensity game where Jokic played like 38, 40 minutes, something like that last night. I mean, it's just like, I never want to back that team. Getting Aaron Gordon back is good, but how many minutes is he going to play? Like 16, 18? Like it's not going to be that much at all because we already saw them ramp him up last time and then he got hurt went at the end of the ramp up. So I think they're going to be super, super careful with him. So the thing is just like, we don't know if Josh Hart's going to play. He injured his back and he did come back, but obviously that's more of an adrenaline thing. Once you go home and that adrenaline wears off and your back feels like absolute shit, like I could see him missing today as well. So that would be interesting. That would actually make me like Landry Shamet, as funny as it is to say, as like a spacing kind of guard. But I'm just hyped for it. I don't really have a strong take on like who's going to win. I think it'll be a good competitive game. Probably lean to the Knicks right now just because I think they obviously have that little rest advantage. And the Knicks have also been coming off of some real tough matchups. And not that this isn't like the Denver defense isn't great, honestly. So it's like, they can match you in offense and they can slow the game down. But I do think the Knicks should look a little bit better here. So definitely excited for that one. The other one that caught my eye today was that Portland Rockets game. And man, I wanted to bet KD this morning, 26.5. It's up to 28.5 already.
Woo! Damn.
And I'm wondering if someone knows something in the market, right? Because yesterday we had Thompson. Yeah, because there were guys questionable. Jabari, Thompson, and Sengun were all questionable, right? So it's like we can assume that one of those guys might miss, right? But seeing that line then go from 26 to 28 before we actually have any confirmation that any of those guys are going to miss, like that either means, in my opinion, like somebody does know or somebody's just really confident and kind of staking it. Because obviously KD, when you have a non-mobile center, when you have a drop defense, KD is just going to cook you, like mid-range god. And Klingon is like, they're going to leave that space open all game long because they have to. They can't switch. He can't get out on the perimeter. Like he's going to drop. He's going to sit in the paint. And you're just going to have to give up those pull-up shots. And literally there's no other player in the league that you think of more when you think than KD. So it's like, yeah, I get why everyone's betting him, but 28.5 is a little aggressive. And people are citing that he had 30 points in all 3 games against him. Sengun was out in 2 of those games. So we're getting to the line without Sengun, essentially, right now. And there's no even confirmation that that's going to happen. So that will be one to monitor closely for the injury report. I like Reed Shepherd. He's also been getting steamed. Okay, someone knows something. Reed Shepherd from 14.5 to 16.5. Someone's missing. I don't know who. Maybe Amen, maybe Jabari, maybe Sengun. At least one of these guys. If the market is moving this much, it's not speculation. So one of these guys is sitting. I don't know if there's really any value right now. I think we probably missed the value. Maybe Dorian Finney-Smith at 4.5 points because he'll probably get some extra wing minutes in this game. But yeah, that would be that's kind of a bummer, I guess, that stuff has moved that much. But on the other side, obviously, I guess Denny's probably not going to play. I'm never going to bet on Scoot. That guy, oof. Talk about a swing and a miss on a draft pick, right? I mean, Scoot has really not lived up to any expectation whatsoever. So I don't know if I can really get to anything, but I do like the Rockets in that game. I think they'll probably end up looking pretty good, even on the back-to-back with some injuries.
Oh man, isn't that scary? Isn't that scary when you just like look at a line and you're like, why is this happening? Like, it's just demoralizing, It's like this shouldn't be there. Well, what do I do about it? It's like shit. I don't know what I got to do on this to figure this out. But it's always shitty when you're looking at a game that you want to bet, and it's like you almost have to bet into that. Like you almost have to exactly. Something's off. I have to do this. And hopefully get it before someone else does. So
exactly. Like when the market starts moving, you essentially need to make that decision in the moment. Like, okay, am I just going to gamble and bet it now and hope one of these guys sits? Because if not, you miss the boat, right? Like I wanted KD 26.5. I missed the fucking boat, So obviously, if then everyone gets ruled in at the end, I'm sure people will fire off some angry Twitter. Oh, I thought they were going to miss. But it's like that's the kind of bet you commit to at that point, So definitely a frustrating part of gambling. But, you just try to be on that early side a little bit more often than not.
Yeah, it's almost like you have to pass. You almost have to pass at this point, which sucks. It is a good game. But I will kick this over to you, Stu, to start us off. Hopefully get us another winner today.
Sounds good. I'm going to Jalen Brunson over 36.5 points, rebounds, and assists for the Knicks. Obviously, kind of talked about this game being a highlight. What I really liked the most in this one, and I had Luka rebounds and assists yesterday, is because when you're like a high-level player that has the ball in your hands a ton, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get Jokic involved in the action as much as possible. Like truly, like he is the best offensive player in the league and he's the hub for everything that they do. So what's his weakness? Well, he's flat-footed and you want to make him tired on the defensive side of the ball. So let's get him involved as much as possible, right? And who better suited to do that than a guy like Brunson, who's a very drive-heavy, a very mid-range heavy point guard. What I like about the matchup too is, like I said, in the pick and roll, right? I think they're going to play Jokic pretty high and just try to make him pass. Which is why I played Luka assist yesterday. I kind of figured they would do the same thing. Turned out Luka and LeBron both kind of balled out in the assist department there. But Brunson has much less competition, right? The Lakers, the way they play is all three guys get a chance. Luka, then LeBron, then Reeves. They all get a chance to run their offense. Who else is running the offense on this team besides Jalen Brunson? Jose Alvarado is going to get his 9 minutes, 12 minutes of ball handling. But beyond that, when Brunson is out there, he's going to be touching the ball on almost every drive, right? Every possession, which is great. And it's going to lead to drives and it's going to lead to more opportunities. I think assist is my strongest lean of all three. I do think he has double-double potential in this game. When you look at his last couple of games in this same matchup, 9 assists earlier this year, but that was also in a game where he balled out in the scoring department. And then he had double-digit. He had 14 and 13 assists last year in the same matchup. And 8 the game before that. So it's we've seen him have a lot of passing success in the matchup. Denver, they kind of blitz opposing ball handlers. If you're really good and a high usage player, they will be pretty aggressive towards you. But I still do think Brunson's probably going to get, within the 20 plus field goal attempt range. I do think he's absolutely going to get enough shots off in this game to kind of justify the points here. And I really do like the rebounds as well, because when you look Brunson's just going to probably guard like Christian Braun, like just lower usage guys, and he's going to be able to sag off of these guys. So he's only averaging 3.5 rebounds on the season. But when you look at his last game against Denver, he had 8 boards against him earlier. Like you're going to generally, if you're a help defender, right, you're going to, and Brunson can't contribute much. So he's going for steals. He's trying to clog passing lanes. You're going to leave like Christian Braun space because guess what? You'd rather Christian Braun shoot the ball than Jamal Murray or then Nikola Jokic. So it's one of those things where like he's going to be in prime position to like get the rebound, start the transition, hopefully get the rebound and assist on the same drive. Like I think just his overall usage is going to be very high in this game. And I just don't see like a strong defensive player for him. Obviously, Christian Braun just guarded what's his name, Luka, for 40 minutes last night. And then when Luka wasn't on, Austin Reeves, like, and that's pesky on ball defense. Like Braun is very like on your hip, right? He's one of those guys that is fast, elusive. And what that's just going to mean is we're going to see a shit ton of screens. We're going to see a bunch of Brunson in the mid range. And that's just what I want. For a points assist kind of prop, that's absolutely what I want. I want as many opportunities with Brunson kind of navigating the pick and roll, with him off a screen or two, getting a mismatch. Because, hey, guess what? The big is going to drop. Jokic is going to fall back, and Brunson is going to pull up for that too. And like I said, really, KD, you got like Kawhi Leonard, and then you got Jalen Brunson in terms of mid-range shooters in this league. So I just think this is a good overall opportunity to target him. I think he has a lot of assist upside. And then like we saw in last game, he can also just go hero mode and drop 40 points because they really don't have like anyone I'm super worried about. Obviously, Aaron Gordon will be back. Like he's switchable. He's a good addition, but he's not going to really be as affected in that one-on-one matchup very often. So like the upside for Brunson, I think this is going to be a good game for him. And I don't know what double-double is, but if it's probably like around 300, I think that's probably a solid little like long shot as well.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I like Brunson in this spot, obviously. Dude's a workhorse here too. So Brunson, 10 assists, 364, double-doubles. Wow, why wouldn't you? That's weird.
Yeah, I wonder how many freaking rebound double-doubles Jalen Brunson has had in his career. I'm very curious how many that would be. It's probably one, maybe? One?
I will bring it back to when we had the bet, when I had my double-double bet. Was it 2 years ago, Stu?
Yeah.
D'Angelo Russell?
Oh, Russell. Oh, Russell. Yeah. That was legendary.
I took double-double at like plus 500, just hyping the assist, and the fucker grabs 10 rebounds.
Yeah, that's awesome though. But yeah, so he had 8 rebounds last time, so I think that's probably why in this matchup. But that no way that's not his season high. I'm trying to see if he's had 10 rebounds once this year, which no, he hasn't. So I would still just take the assist. Well, yeah, no, he hasn't done it. So I'd probably just take the assist over double-double. That's a good look right there, Tom.
Awesome. I know he already brought this up as well. We'll get to our guy Tom bringing up the first thing in the chat. What's up, guys? I like many people. Brunson tonight played Brunson 25, Knuppel 15 for plus 105. Grabbed the points assist. Yeah, I did talk to Sue a little bit about the points assist before the show as well. I've been seeing some people finding that one as well. Thomas also bring up Heat are a mess. Wiggins ruled out. Hornets are now minus 8.5. Yeah, I still, the thing with me about the Heat is it just still doesn't make sense in my head that they're the fastest team in the NBA, and now we have Tyler Hero coming back, so like I don't know how that's going to affect everything. So that's kind of in my head too. So makes it tough.
Yeah, I mean, the Heat, I hate betting on that team too. Like, man, just Tyler Hero, once you think it's going to be a good matchup, like, nope, not showing up, 5 for 60. And once he gets a bad matchup, suddenly he's back to Tyler Hero again. Just like, that team's a pain in the ass. And I've been a lifelong Bam, like, hater for betting. I think he's a great defensive player, obviously great NBA player. But, like, for betting purposes, I haven't bet on Bam Adebayo in maybe 3-4 years, I want to say. And I feel perfectly fine continuing that for as long as possible. And now I see people betting. Apparently he shoots threes now. I see people betting his threes. I'm like, I truly could never do that. Like, absolutely not. So I don't know. The Heat are always a shit show. And shout out to the Hornets, man. We haven't really talked about it much in the show, but holy shit. They're playing like fantastic basketball right now. Just well-rounded. Obviously, a lot of guys like Khan are getting credit, but how about Diabate in the paint as well? That dude has been like just a hustle guy, great defense, switchable. Like every single dude on that team is showing up. And yeah, it's just really impressive to see what they've done in kind of a short amount of time, going to a team that you could see winning a playoff series now, like, not even surprised at all. So they definitely deserve to be heavy favorites. I played a little Hornets money line and Klingen 1+3 earlier, but it moved with all this news, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's crazy how fast all this line movement moves throughout the day on whether we're at shows on time or not. But I feel like, we've been seeing a lot more line movement during these than usual. I feel like these last couple, I don't know if it's just because of all the blowouts. I don't know if it's just because of all the tanking teams. I just feel like we've been seeing a lot more line movement on a lot of these games than I'm used to seeing.
Yeah, and I'll say one final thing before we get off NBA here. I figure someone might have a question about it. Jason Tatum right now is making his return today, and he is lined at, I believe, 13.5 points. I don't know about you, but I have no interest in betting the Tatum over in like limited minutes. Like, I don't know. Like, I see a lot of hype for it. I even see like the sports books tweeting out like, oh, when KD came back from his game, he had 18 points. And it's like, why the fuck would that matter? Like, oh my God. And the other one was Klay Thompson. Is KD and Klay. I was like, who cares about this at all? But yeah, I'd be very careful. Obviously, he's coming off a serious injury, and then he's coming back from it in like record time as well. Like, all credit to him for rehabbing. And hopefully he didn't rush it, because like Achilles is like a career ender in a lot of cases. It really, even in the modern NBA, Kevin Durant is the outlier. Like, it is a career ender if you are not Kevin Durant. So obviously Tatum is younger and he's hopefully had a great rehab here, but I would just be very cautious betting his points out of the gate, or really anything out of the gate. Like, they're just going to get him up to game speed, I think, for a little bit. They're a playoff team. There's no reason.
Yeah, you're playing for him to be ready for first round. You're not like pushing him 30 minutes or pushing him probably even 25 minutes, dude. It's probably going to be
yeah.
I would say he probably does those 4-minute spurts. They probably do 4-minute spurts at the beginning of every quarter or something, like something like that. Ends up at 16 to 18 minutes. Nothing crazy. But yeah.
Only thing is Missoula's fucking insane. So
anything
is possible. I mean, not to say in a bad way. He's probably the best coach in basketball, but he's insane. So that's the wild card. But yeah, I would guess like 18, 20 minutes. That would probably be where I'd have him at. I'm sure someone will pull up some data like, oh, per 18 minutes, he actually averages 18 points. And it's like, well, that's MVP style Tatum shot chucking. And I don't know if we're going to get that against Najee Marshall in his first game back, but we'll see.
Sounds good. Well, I'll be switching a big old turn to the side, and we're going to some college basketball. Like I mentioned earlier, I already got like 4 games going. So we need a nice big half here from Belmont. Hopefully they can get the job done. I need 42 points in the second half, which I think their second half line's at like 47 because Drake is just playing out of their mind right now. But definitely not a bad live spot if you want to grab them. I think they're like minus 130 for the money line. I unfortunately have their ticket to win their tournament, so I need them to hopefully get this one done. A little bit of CLV on Robert Morris as Oakland did lose, and that would have been a tougher matchup for them there. So we got some spots here for the futures market there. Obviously, we'll talk about that a little bit more on Monday for the big conferences, because we're obviously looking at the smaller ones, and the smaller conference tournament turns us over to the Summit, and team I bet quite a bit. I'm going to be playing Denver and North Dakota over 160.5. And I want to make sure we talk about this a little bit. Is I bring this up a lot to you guys, and it's always the game log watching, right? It's always just, if you want to look at the game log, especially this far into the tournament or this far into the season, you're going to have these guys already playing twice in these smaller conferences. So Denver won by 19. North Dakota won by 7. Both teams actually won on the road. So they actually won their road spots in those games. So I like to talk about obviously 3-point percentage as well, right? 3-point. North Dakota lost that first game to Denver 98-79 on their home floor, and they shot 14% from 3. 14% on your home court, 3 for 21. Absolutely horrible. Now, the second game, they shot 46%. but they got to the line 32 times and 28 times in 2 games. Denver is horrible at guarding without fouling. You can get to the line at nauseum in these games. To talk about this a little bit more, 46 points in the paint for North Dakota. They drew 20 fouls in that first game. Second game, 30 points in the paint. They drew 26 fouls on these dudes. Like, you're going to get hacked. You got to make your free throws. The nice part was North Dakota didn't make their free throws in the first 2 matchups, but on the season, their numbers are a little bit higher, right? So it's like, again, I kind of talked about that on that Oakland game last time out, was just talking about this is going to probably regress. And sometimes regression is actually positive, right? There's some actual positive regression that can come here and not just be, oh, they shot like shit. They're going to always shoot like shit. And then you look at their season-long numbers, and it's like 8 points higher, 8 percentage points higher. And it's like, that's not always how it's going to go here. Denver plays not as fast as they usually do, but they're just still horrible defensively. Bottom 10 in pretty much every defensive metric there. Bottom 10 KenPom rating defensively, but they're a top 70 offense. North Dakota pretty much should be able to do whatever they want here. Whether that is shoot threes or not, I hope they don't, because it is a neutral site and they can pretty much score in the paint whenever they want. North Dakota is 335 out of 363 teams in defensive efficiency there as well. So both defenses pretty poor. That actually led to pretty efficient shooting from the field. Denver shot 58% in their first matchup, North Dakota 43%. And then they both shot 50% from the field in their second matchups. So the shots that are inside the paint are going in, dude. They're going to be 3-foot shots, right? They're going to be these spots where these teams are not, I want to say they're not going to make a run towards the top, but I think North Dakota State and St. Thomas are both significantly better than these 2 teams. So these are the games where it's like, especially if you're not a senior or you think you're going to grad transfer, these are the types of games you can put up some big numbers. We've seen, I think it was Johnson for Denver, 32 and 22 in both games. Those were his 2 numbers. Like those are numbers that you might start to see this dude transfer out, right? I mean, this dude's 20 points per game. He's only a sophomore. He's a 6'1" sophomore. So like this could be a guy you see on a radar of a bigger team here. But these types of games start to turn crazy. These types of games at the end get those fouls, right? The spread isn't big enough for me to worry about it as much. Like the Oral Roberts one was a 14 or 12 and a half point spread. So I'm like, okay, we probably won't get the fouls at the end of the game. And luckily we were right. But this one's close enough where Denver already fouls a ton. So I think this is a type of game where we start to see some points galore coming from both these sides. I have a hard time seeing either one of them stop each other.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to take your word for it here. You know, I did not even know Denver had a university that was a Division I school, so I'm just kind of impressed by that. You know, it's like there's enough schools in Colorado. I didn't think there was even a University of Denver basketball. So, yeah, I'm just gonna have to trust you on this one. I really can't comment on either of these 2 teams, unfortunately.
Yeah, we like to see a neutral site game here too, which hopefully leads these dudes to drive the fucking basketball. A lot of free throws in this conference, a lot of fouls in this conference. So just drive the basketball, get those points in the paint. Like I said, both teams put up some pretty nice points in the paint numbers in that first game, 42 to 46 points in the paint. The second game was 36-30, but they both shot 40+% from 3. So, you know, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So hopefully we see some a big number here in the first half, and we get some fouls late.
Sounds good. And I see Thomas says 160 flat on Caesars. And yeah, if you have the 365s and Hard Rocks too, I saw 159.5. But you know, those books also suck. So I don't know if
I don't even bring those up. They're like almost like it almost feels like we like you're speaking a different language when you say it's on Fanatics or something.
Yeah.
Like I'm like 3 points off. I'm like, damn, I could get a nice line here. I get 3 points off on some of these things, but they're just such a bad book, and they probably limit the hell out of you when you get out there. So,
no, dude, I've been limited on Fanatics since it was PointsBet, dude. Ever since I hit Kadarius Toney, they used to have something called Points Betting before they sold it to Fanatics, where it's essentially like round robin kind of thing, but straight, where you bet increments And if the guy keeps going up, you win a shit ton. And if he has 0 yards, you lose a shit ton, So it's like higher risk. And I had Kadarius Toney like ladders back when he had that little run. And like I insta limited, and then they sold it like a year later. And I go to sign in and I go to try to play my first bet. And they're like, you can bet $3.22. I'm like, dude, this is the first day. Like, come on, you can't even clear account history and let me get one more Kadarius Toney in before you ban me. Like, it's fuck Fanatics, all that stuff. But I do still like list it for my Substack stuff because I know some people can bet it, obviously. And if there is a good line, I figure I'll let people know, even if I can't take advantage of it.
Yeah, it's not a book that I normally promote or use myself at all. So we got 53 of you guys in here live with us. We appreciate you. Make sure you follow me over on the player_props account. That's where I'm at right now. Until this, we're still working on it. I had a couple messages through with premium this last couple of days, but it's still ongoing. Make sure you sub over here on YouTube as well. We'll be going live Monday. Let's get a quick recap in here, Stu, and we will get these guys on their way for the Friday afternoon.
Sounds good. You got Jalen Brunson over 36.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I think best is like -115 on FanDuel right now. And yeah, just a big fan of Brunson. I'll probably be playing some of that 10 plus assist at +350 as well.
Awesome. Also, I will be playing Denver, but I'll be playing the college. Denver College, Denver University out here. We're rolling with the Pioneers. And I believe it's the Hawks. I believe it's Fighting Hawks. Cool logo, though. Cool logo. There we'll be taking the over 160.5 at -115. So anything else from you, Stu, before we get out of here? Obviously a pretty loaded slate for both of us.
Yeah, no, I mean, nothing much. Just hopefully leave a like if you enjoyed it. Follow over on Twitter if you're not already, on a little bit of a heater right now in the NBA. So just trying to keep that going. Oh, I did see one more. Rashawn Gary released. How do you feel about that? Hopefully he comes to DC, man. I mean, we could use some help in the trenches over here.
I'm sure he'll resign. I think
probably
he'll resign. It's probably just a restructure shit. I'd assume. I mean, who doesn't want to play with Micah fucking Parsons, bro? Like, you don't get doubled ever. Yeah. And he's literally got, he runs some of his blitzes from the freaking nose tackle position. So you have him and Micah Parsons right next to each other. Like, why would you not want to do that? But no, I'm like I said, I'm not as worried about the stuff right now. Obviously, there's still some time, right? Because I have to clear a few things. I know what your answer is going to be to this, but I want to hear you just trash the Bills again for their pickup of DJ Moore.
Oh yeah, people were really chirping me in the comments there, but yeah,
I know, dude. I don't get it. I don't get where people think he's that good.
Once you're past like 20 replies, it's like, well, I just can't reply to all you guys. Like I would. I'm a sports fan. I started this account to argue with people on the internet. I will argue with you if you DM me, like 100%. But at a certain point, people have notifications on. Like I'm not going to go back and forth with 80 different people. But yeah, DJ, it's just like I could just envision it. Like once, because the initial reaction was kind of positive. People turned on it a little more once they realized it was a second, which is crazy given his contract. But I'm just having this mental image of Josh Allen losing another playoff game. All of Twitter is, oh my God, he's never going to win. Everyone's crashing out. And then we go, well, he didn't have a real wide receiver one. It's just the same old story. He didn't have a real wide receiver one. And it's like DJ Moore isn't a real wide receiver one. Like AJ Brown, sure. There are guys that can fill that role, but like, man, like DJ Moore's a glorified gadget guy. It's all of his best production over these last couple of years has been on like screen passes and just like short yardage stuff. He had a couple of deep balls last year. They changed up his role a little bit, but I don't know. I'm just not confident in DJ Moore, especially in the playoffs when it matters the most. And once again, I've watched every snap of this dude's career. He takes routes off. He's lazy. He sits on the end of the bench by himself a lot. Like people were like, how do you know he's a locker room, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't, but I know he's lazy. Like I know that for a fact. The only guy I've seen take off more routes than him is DeAndre Hopkins. And that's because DeAndre Hopkins these last couple of years just been like, I don't give a fuck. I'm just chilling. No one throws it.
I don't need the ball until the red zone, bro. I don't need a ball until it's a 2-foot fade route.
Exactly. And DeAndre, people are going to, I don't know, like Hall of Fame or whatever. I don't know if he qualifies for that, but people are going to remember DeAndre Hopkins for a long time. Like, he's earned that, to be a lazy veteran. DJ Moore, you haven't fucking earned that, So I don't know. I'm just like, whatever. Like, good luck, I guess. I'm not going to be taking him in fantasy. I'm going to, every year, everyone ignores Khalil Shakir. Every year, it's not sexy. He's a slot receiver. Then every year, Khalil Shakir plays good football. I'm going to do the same thing this year. Go to my boy Shakir. And yeah, I guess if it was like a 5th rounder or whatever, I'd be like, I guess, but they give up a fucking 2nd round pick for him. So, we'll see how that works. But in my opinion, I think my tweet will age very well. And I do not think a lot of the responses will, but only one way to find out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have no leans on the World Baseball Classic. I mean, if you want to bet United States at what, -9.5, be my guest. I can't. I just can't do it. I know I would love to. That's just such a crazy line to see, is a game at a 10 spread.
Ohtani, what do you call it? Home run plus 130 ? I saw him hit a bomb last night. So, I mean, maybe it'll be -110 by next game. I don't know. But, shout out Ohtani. Every clip on Twitter of his gets like 20 million views. You're like, oh my God, I totally forgot. Like, this dude's like the most famous athlete in the world because he's got the whole international, population. So I'm just hoping we get some bangers like later on in the tournament, just like that last moment with what was it? Ohtani Trout, right? Ohtani like on the mound. It's like, that's one of those where you just sit there and you take a deep breath and go like, I love baseball sometimes. Like, this is awesome, So hopefully we just get something close to as cool as that,
Yeah. Yeah. There's just not like even props. There's not much really out there at all. So it makes it tough to bet, right? Because it's like, okay, I can't bet any of the stuff I want to, and then you're like pushed to bet -9.5 lines is like the only thing that you can take. So we'll see. All righty. Well, Stu, we will be back Monday. We got 52 of you guys in here live. Hit that like button over on YouTube. Make sure you follow us both over on Twitter as well. And yeah, we will be back again Monday talking some more basketball, hopefully talking some winners here. Maybe I'll have a couple more futures bets in those bigger tournaments. Hopefully we'll be able to find some spots that we like. So have a good one, guys. Best of luck, and we will catch you on Monday.